Now look, I know it's been a couple of weeks since this actually went down, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it before moving on to more pertinent business, and certainly you numbnuts knew I'd weigh in on this shit eventually, particularly given that my Downfall of Gaming Journalism series, effectively the chirping canary in the troll mine that several years later burgeoned into Gamergate, covered this site extensively, even inspiring an ass-mad response from the Keebler commie himself, Stephen Totillo. But Kotaku, bottomless font of weeaboos and bias, hell, if the Zoe Quinn allegations are even remotely accurate, a bottomless font of bottomlessness is fucking well, many months distant from the utter implosion of their erstwhile archlords Gawker, are officially being sold by their new owners, famed La Raza-loving retards and purveyors of telenovela titties, Univision, after not the fuck quite even 2 years. Youch! And look, the English was on the wall here. When I went off about the omnipresent conflicts of interest, self-hating social justice, preemie posturing, and journalistic credibility you could fit in a fucking melon scoop, I also predicted their future downfall. Not due to pinching out political analysis to rival the edgiest 8-year-old that ever broke into their uncle's George Carlin collection, not because their clickbait bullshit undermined any sincere attempt at journalism they might, on a far-flung blue moonlit fucking night, have actually attempted, but because, and I now quote myself, absolutely anyone can do what Kotaku does. Hell, half the knuckle-dragging dipshits on interchangeable YouTube gaming news channel number 1488 nursing cock blisters from yanking their crankshaft to Kojima's latest vague as fuck statement about Death Stranding, which at this point is sounding like a blank check with a blank plot to match, already fucking are, folks. In short, clickbait ain't that fucking hard. I mean, hell, if an Aspie with an armchair and an editing suite can do the same job you jackasses do at the click of a fucking video link, your doom is fucking assured. This ain't me blowing my own horn either, because I'm not the fucking clairvoyant, folks. Heralding the inevitable demise of dinosaur media is like predicting a sunrise. And yes, even non-print media can be Paleolithic. Ask GameSpy, and Joystick, and 1UP, and Game Failers, and mountainous goddamn dozens of Kotaku's long-deceased peers moldering on the pyre of outdated editorializing and ad rolls with a side of dated-ass 90s politics. Hell, here we sit, courtside, at the Kollapse of Kotaku, an icon of autism. And to the fair few viewers who may actually suffer from such, understand that here I refer not to the medical and psychosocial affliction autism, but the sad and self-inflicted variety. If Polygon was horseshit, Kotaku is horseshit concentrate. That they still scarcely comprehend the sublime absurdity of their site's glorified news blog formula goes a long way to explaining their ongoing prophesied disintegration. It's 2019, kiddies. Each new dawn, damn near hundreds of interchangeable asshats with word processor programs and anthropology majors vie for our attention with 30,000 subtle variants of the same 5 fucking gaming stories. As for the gaping holes where a healthy industry would normally put coverage of the 20-odd other games that used to be released on an annual basis, but no longer are, well, we know what they fill in there, folks. Social justice circle jerks. Articles that invariably begin with the phrase, "It's time to talk about," and more budcase samurai sword humping, taping your eyelids back to their narrower than Sterling's worldview, baying at the body pillow nihongophilia than a 90s ICQ feed the day after a Dragon Ball rerun. And they wonder why the walls have come crashing down here. What blows my mind, though, is the timing. I mean, Kotaku's shit squared for a fact, but right around the time the creditor of Damocles carved their cranium from their effeminate fucking shoulder blades, they were fresh from offering up arguably their most revealing work in years, a piece from Proctonaut First Class Jason Schreier, wherein the sad succession of developmental missteps behind the Olympian failure of Anthem was cataloged in the precise manner of exhaustive, cringeworthy detail reserved exclusively for an industry insider, while the depressing fate of the 4th Dragon Age title was irreparably shackled to its inescapable fucking failure. Look, it's a fine piece of journalism, written by a fine piece of something else entirely, yet as the Anthem article courts accolades even across the most skeptical spheres of YouTube land, I once again find myself in the position of having to tell you to check your effusive fucking praise here. This piece is indeed top shelf, and do you know why? Because Kotaku have been up to their elbows in EA's asshole for over a damn decade. The smoldering rivulets of their objectivity inextricably exchanged for insider access and exclusive sources. In short, see another downfall of gaming journalism rant I did entitled The Perils of the Press Pass. But the cliff notes are a fucking cinch. Insider info fucking costs. You either exchange legal tender for such, And given that these goofs are selling plasma to pay for their PP to pussy surgeries, we know that's an unlikely eventuality. Or you exchange more favorable framing of a studio's most egregious 9.5 on the shitquake scale fucking failures. Sure, they told us shit we need to know, but they only knew it because they're the same old bought-out bitches Kotaku have always been. Don't cry for Kotaku, Argentina, because one glance at the house Patricia Hernandez built before she promoted herself to the also actively perishing Polygon, let's just say you'd see a firmer grasp on reality watching Gary Busey do Shakespeare to a fucking funhouse mirror. So settle in, kiddies, because Kotaku in action is nothing like Kotaku in traction. I'm Razor Fist. God fucking speed.